Hello there, Arrow fans. Welcome to my very first Arrow action figure review. And today we'll be taking a look at the first figure in the single carded line, and it's Oliver Queen. Now, what's interesting is that this packaging is pretty much based off of the 2-pack that was released, sometime last year, 2013 more or less, and it included, or earlier this year, which included Oliver in his first Green Arrow suit from Season 1 and Deathstroke. So it has that white and green image style on the packaging. It's nice how the bubble, you can see what the figure is and all the accessories that are included with the figure. On the side here you have the name of the character, which is Oliver Queen. At the bottom here you have the TV show logo, which is Arrow. The DC Collectibles logo on the left hand side, and the warning logo. And right here you have the number 1, because he is the first character in the wave. On the side, you have an image of Oliver from Season 1, and the TV show name and the character's name with totem. At the top, you have the TV show logo. And on the back here, you have the TV show logo again, and the 4 figures that are part of this line. The first 2 being available right now, which is Oliver and Canary, and then Deathstroke and Arrow will be available, I believe, in February or April, one of those 2 months. You have the DC Comics logo, the CW logo, and of course it says that these figures are sculpted by Gentle Giant. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. We're going to open this guy up and see what he has to offer. Alright, so I got the figure out of the packaging. Let's look at the accessories that this figure comes with. The first and most obvious accessory that it comes with is this totem here from the island, which is awesome. I really like that a lot. I think this was a very interesting accessory to include with Oliver. Of course, he includes his bow, which is an essential accessory that he needs. And what's great is it includes a string so it can stretch out, which is great. And I know they did that for the first Arrow figure, so I'm glad that they are still doing this. I don't want it to be plastic where you can't really stretch it out. And the detail on this is very nicely done. Take a good look at this. The paint job, the details on it, it's all very nicely done. It's nicely sculpted as well. Okay. He also includes a set of arrows that are all stuck together, molded together, I guess. Not a whole lot of detail on it. I mean, it's a little painted, which is good. And then they have their tips. And then 2 loose arrows. There's no difference between the 2 of them. They both have the same tips and whatnot. Now taking a look at Oliver himself, he has about 16 points of articulation. So he has a ball-jointed head, which is great. Allows for posability to look very high up and down, side to side. Go full 360 if you like. He has hinged shoulders. He has hinged elbows, hinged wrists, and of course they can swivel. He has a swivel swivel abs really, because it's underneath here. Are a little stiff, but they still move. Hinged hips. Of course this one can't go all out. It goes decent enough, but because of this here, it won't go as far as this one will. But that's no big deal. Hinged knees. Swivel up top here. I don't really know what to call that. And then of course hinged ankles and an ankle pivot, which is great. So articulation on this guy isn't all that disappointing. Yes, some of his joints are a little bit stiff, but that's until they kind of loosen up and whatnot. Now, in terms of detail on this figure, I think it's pretty darn awesome. However, I do have a slight, I guess a slight grudge with 1 or 2 details. Like with some of his scars, they're not as visible as they should be. You can see them. So there's a scar right here on his ab, right? There's another scar right up here, but it's barely visible. Like when you see it in person, it doesn't look as good as it should be. He also has a slight scar right there as well. Not sure how good you guys will be able to see that on camera. A little bit up here as well, but they needed to, I don't know, do something a little bit more to stick out. The head sculpt I like a fair amount. It's not full on Stephen Amell, the actor who plays Oliver Queen in Arrow, but you can definitely see him in there. There's definitely a resemblance, so I'll give them kudos to that. If you also take a look at his face, period, it's pretty good. The detail on the eyes are nicely done as well, which I like that a lot. His tattoos are nice. Those are certainly visible. Details on his Green Arrow pants are nicely done. I love this here, how he has like other smaller arrows right there. The paint job's done nicely. Here's his boots. On the back you have that nice tattoo there. You have a little bit of some like burn marks back here. His quiver is nicely molded there. Have a little paint chipping there, but that's okay, no big deal. Then of course you can add his bows, like so. I don't know if it seems a little too high for me, but no big deal. So my final thoughts on this figure, it's a must-have. I'm a huge fan of this show, and this show is definitely one of the most popular shows on the CW, hands down. And to have these figures in our collection, I think is definitely a one-of-a-kind thing. The next figure that I will be reviewing is Canary. And it's Sarah as Canary from Season 2. One thing I forgot to mention is that these figure lines, for now, these first few waves will be based on Season 2. So this is Arrow, or Oliver from Season 2. I'm assuming it's from the first episode, the prologue, where he's back on the island and whatnot. And Diggle and Felicity are finding him. So this is definitely a very cool figure to have. Highly recommendable. You guys can find it at your local comic shops, or you can purchase it on dorksidetoys.com, even eBay sellers, whatnot. But please share your thoughts by commenting down below. Give this video a nice thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And subscribe to my channel for more DC Collectibles reviews. We'll be doing more of those in the future because I definitely like this figure line. Highly recommendable, like I said, very poseable. As you can see, you can even get him into a very accurate, screen-accurate pose of him aiming with the bow and arrow. It is a little hard and tricky to put the bow in his left hand at first because his hands are stiff, but you know, it's just a matter of, you know, playing with it a little bit and getting it more loose. But again, Canary will be the next review, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for that. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And until the next review, guys, I'll see you guys again soon.